Hello students, hope all of you will be fine. Let us come to the next question, numerical question of corporate accounts, illustration number 24. In this question, it has been given that H Limited acquired the subsidiary company on 1st July 2015 and the balance sheet is given on of both the companies on 31st March 2016. It means pre and post acquisition period is from 1st July 15 to from 1st April 2015 to 1st July 2015 and from 1st July 15 to 31st March 16. That is 3:9. 3 months pre acquisition period and 9 months post acquisition period. Now, H Limited acquire 90% shares of subsidiary company. In such type of questions, holding companies question, we must know two things importantly. Number one, capital reserve, and number two, revenue profit of the subsidiary company. To calculate the revenue profit, we must know the profit earned during the year by the subsidiary company. In this question, profit earned during the year is already given in the balance sheet of S Limited. Where it is given? Come to the point. Balance sheet of S Limited. in the balance sheet of S Limited, opening balance of profit is given 10,000, and next is given profit earned during the year 2015-16 is 3,20,000. So it's the revenue profit earned by subsidiary company during the year. So the total profit is opening balance plus profit earned during the year 10,000 plus 3,20,000, total is 3,30,000. Out of this total profit, 40,000 transferred to the general reserve during the year and interim dividend of rupees 40,000 has been paid. So the closing balance of profit and loss account is 2,50,000. So I am repeating again, 10,000 is opening balance of profit of subsidiary company, in which we add the profit earned during the year, that is 3,20,000. Out of total profit, we transferred rupees 40,000 to the general reserve and interim dividend of rupees 40,000 has been paid. At the end of the year, the balance of profit and loss account was 2,50,000. Total profit earned during the year by subsidiary company is 3,20,000. It will be bifurcated in two parts, pre-acquisition period and post-acquisition period. Pre-acquisition period is of 3 months and post-acquisition period is of 9 months. 3,20,000 multiplied by 3 by 12, that is 80,000. So the 80,000 is capital profit earned by the subsidiary company, out of which interim dividend of 3 months will also be deducted. Total interim dividend is of rupees 40,000, out of which 3 months interim dividend relates to pre-acquisition period and 9 months interim dividend relates to post-acquisition period. So pre-acquisition dividend will be deducted from pre-acquisition profit and post-acquisition dividend will be deducted from post-acquisition profit. So firstly we will bifurcate the total profit earned during the year into 3:9, that is 80,000 and 2,40,000. Then out of which interim dividend will be deducted, that is 10,000 and 30,000. So pre-acquisition profit is 70,000 and post-acquisition profit is 2,10,000, which shows that 70,000 is the capital profit and 2,10,000 is the revenue profit earned by the subsidiary company. Because H Limited acquires 90% shares of subsidiary company, so the share of holding company in the interim dividend will be 40,000 into 90%, that is 36,000. Out of 36,000, 9,000 belongs to pre-acquisition period. So it is not a revenue gain, it's a capital gain, and it has been wrongly entered by the holding company in its profit and loss account, in its revenue account. So two entries will be made. Firstly, 9,000 will be deducted from the profit and loss account of holding company, and simultaneously it will also reduce the amount paid by holding company to acquire the share of S Limited. It is given in the fifth adjustment. 8 lakh has been paid by the holding company, out of which 9,000 has been deducted. So the actual amount paid by the holding company is 7,91,000. Next main point that we must calculate to get the holding company questions, that is capital profit. Capital profit earned by the subsidiary company is opening balance of general reserve, that is 50,000. How it has been calculated? Closing balance of general reserve is given 90,000, out of which 40,000 has been transferred during the year. Out of 90,000, 90 is the closing balance, 40,000 is transferred during the year. It means opening balance of general reserve was 50,000. So 50,000 general reserve balance, and profit and loss account balance is 10,000, and pre-acquisition period profit is, we have calculated, 70,000. All the three figures will be added, and it is 1,30,000. So the capital profit is 1,30,000. We have calculated the amount paid by holding company to acquire the shares of subsidiary company. Now we will have to calculate what amount must be paid by the holding company to acquire the shares of subsidiary company. It must be 72,000 shares has been acquired by the holding company. 72,000 multiplied by 10, it is 7,20,000. Capital profit is 1,30,000 multiplied by 90% share, 1,17,000. So the total amount must be paid by holding company, it must be 8,37,000. Amount paid must be paid is greater than amount actually paid. So the difference is capital gain, and it must be transferred to capital reserve. So our capital reserve is 46,000. I think it must be clear. Now the next point, minority interest share. How we will calculate the minority interest share? 90% share has been in 90% shares are in the hands of holding company. Remaining 10% shares are in the hands of minority interest. So the 8,000 share multiplied by 10 is 80,000. Then revenue profit. Our revenue profit is 2,10,000. 2,10,000. Here it is. 2,10,000. 2,10,000 into 10%. It will be revenue profit, and capital profit. Capital profit is 1,30,000. 1,30,000 into 10%. Add all these three figures, it will give you the minority interest share. So in this way the total question will be solved. Thank you.